So what's the one thing you would never travel without? This is the interactive part. Cell phone, good point. What else? What about from a health perspective? What is the one thing you would not want to be without? Medications, what else? Hand sanitizers. Exercise shoes with the best of intents. When I started traveling for IBM, I brought, like they talked about on Monday, I brought my stuff with me on Sunday. I brought all my stuff with me with the best of intentions. And it's great if you can do it. What did you have, Shasta? Did you have one? Vitamins. Bring in your vitamins with you. So there's a bunch of different things. Here are some of my top 3 and popular answers. Number 1 is noise-canceling headphones. Now, not when you're driving, right? You don't want to be doing that on the freeways. But when you get on an airplane, noise-canceling headphones are a huge deal. Everything I'm talking about today, the theme of staying healthy in general is how can I minimize stress? What are the things I can do to minimize stress? This is one of them. So even if you just put them on, and there's many flights where I just put on the noise-canceling headphones with no music on because it just takes out that engine noise, and that airplane engine noise is just not very good for our body for a variety of different reasons. So put on the headphones and listen to peaceful, calming music, whatever that means for you. This will help get you in the right state to start with, and that's a good place to be. The second one probably should be the first one, bottled water. I'm so thankful when I come to these hotels, almost anywhere in the world now, they have the bottled waters in the back, and that is so awesome, because in the past it was really hard. So now, here they have the fruit-infused water, which was just fabulous. What a great idea. So bottled water, though, is a little trickier when you go to the airport. So when you're driving, you can bring this with you, and you can stop and, go to Buc-ee's and get your water or whatever you're going to get, right? But when you're on the airplane, it's harder, especially when you get through security. So you can't bring water through, as we know. So some airports you go to, I'll get my bottled water on the other side. I'll go buy a bottle. And then when you go to check in at the gate, they go through your bag and take your water, right? Like, what? I just had that thing. So make sure you bring a bottle of water with you. As soon as you get through security, get a bottle so that you can bring it with you on the plane. You always want to have this with you whenever you travel so that you can fill it up. It's much easier when you have the bottle. Then you just have to find the filtered water. So really important. Supplements are really, really key for me, right? As a naturopath, I bring a lot of different things. We shouldn't need these. They are supplements, meaning supplemental to a healthy diet. The problem is we live in a very toxic world. And depending on where you go, it can be more or less toxic. But the supplements are there to help us. And for me, I have what I call a just-in-case bag. So I pack this little bag that has all my little supplements for all the little stuff that can happen, and I pack it before I leave, and I go, man, I hope I don't need this on this trip. Well, sometimes you do. So I did a class in Mexico City. I got to go there very often, at least a couple times a year. So I got there, flew down, got off the airplane, took the taxi to the hotel, get in, go to check in, and realize I don't have my cell phone. I just left it in the back of the taxi. And I'm going to be here for 5 days. So opportunity to breathe, it's going to be okay, and work on some of the things that I teach. And so I took out the receipt, gave it to the lady, she called the taxi, and within 20 minutes, luckily, it came back. But I've had some of those stories, so they're crazy. That was the beginning of the week. End of the week is I go out with friends. So I do a class. It was the IBM classes were maybe, 80 to 100 students that we'd have. And it was great. And on Thursday night, we go out, kind of like before you leave here, like last night, and we have a party. And I went out with all my friends, and it was going to be great. And they would say, hey, John, try this, try this. And I'm like, travel balance. Sure, I'll try it. What is it? No te preocupe, which means don't worry. That means to me, worry. But it was good. Oh, it was really good. So I'm eating this stuff, and it's great. I go back to my room. It's like 11 o'clock, and all of a sudden, something doesn't feel good at all. I'm thinking, no. So I'm thinking about my day tomorrow. Okay, I got to get up. I got to pack. I've got an hour-and-a-half presentation, hour taxi ride, and a 3-hour flight home. This cannot happen. So I'm sitting here in my room, I'm like, oh my God, so let me go into my just-in-case bag. And luckily, I had some supplements to help. Went over to my book, because I couldn't remember what I was supposed to take and how much, and I had to go look and see, now what did I write down? Because it's been a while, thank God, since I'd had that. So I took this stuff, and it was a little bit later when I got to sleep, but thank God I woke up the next morning and felt great. And one of the first things I did was just say thank you, because it didn't have to be that way. And there was a time when it wasn't that way.